Hey, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Monday, the 7th of January 2019. Happy New Year, people. It's been a long time between videos, so I thought I'd crank them back up again and try and get them out on a more regular basis. So today, I'm just on a different monitor, so some of the writing on the charts may look a bit out of whack, but just bear with me. I'm sure I'll sort it out eventually. So this is basically, I look at the mod MACD trading method and also the high probability / divergence trading methods. So I've got a few charts and a few time frames. Basically, I'm currently looking at 6-hour, 12-hour and daily charts. I have got a couple of stragglers left, I think, still on the 8 hours, and I'll show you them in a way. So let's go to the charts first. We'll have a look at the mod MACD daily because I've got them on a different platform. As you can see, my writing's it should be over here, but it's all over this side. So these light colored charts are the mod MACD, which is this fast MACD through here. This is the bonus trading method from the basics book. So this is a pound yen. You can stop and pause these videos if I talk too quick or you can't understand my Australian accent. You can pause the video and just have a look and read my notes. So basically I'm going to sell here. It's the intersection of the two lines. The red dotted line, vertical line, is for sell. The red horizontal line is the actual entry level. You see a black dotted line on these charts, that's normally a stop. So when the sell's going down nicely, no chance of going anywhere soon. Let's look at USD CAD. This is a recent sell today by looks. Took the sell trade here, high risk trade against the 240 LMA. There were a few pips profit there. AusCAD in a sell, closed half already, got a stop in place. That spike down, that was that flash crash on the first day of the year. There's a beauty, wasn't it? So at the moment we're not looking that good, but we can't really lose either. Euro New Zealand in a buy back down here, went up to the 240 LMA nicely. Sorry about the writing all jammed up there, I couldn't be bothered moving it. So I've closed out half, stops in place here, so it's all all right, all good. CAD Swiss in a sell, and it's 5 minutes to, oh no, this is a daily chart, don't worry about what I was about to say. It's about 5 minutes to 5 local here, which means I'll be checking the 6-hour, 12-hour charts very soon, so there may be some new trades. But anyway, I digress. We're going to sell, got a stop in place up here. Looks like it's getting close to cross on the fast MACD, everything's starting to turn up. So I'll probably be out of this pretty soon. Pound Aussie in a buy in here, up to the 240 LMA, went shooting through it on that spike up. Now back to it, and I think I've closed out half, just trying to read my writing here. Closed out half, got a stop in place down here, so I can't lose on that one. In New Zealand CAD, I don't think I'm in a trade, I got out of them. So that's it for, let's go to my MT5 platform. I'll start with a straggler. This is a New Zealand USD 8-hour chart. I'm in 3 buys. So each blue horizontal line represents a level. You can read my notes. Bought 1, second buy, bought 0.3, third buy, bought 0.5. Overall break even at 0.67712, and that's that yellow dashed line there. So this is the high probability setups. Where I'm trading using the mod MACD, sorry, not the mod MACD, the MACD Platinum down here. And you can see we're getting close to the overall break even now. I have got bearish JAGfx RD, so I'm watching it pretty closely. I could cut my losses and just close out of these and take whatever loss I have, but I'm going to try and run it up because even though the MACD Platinum's through the 0 level, it's still heading up north fairly strong. So just wait, and once we close out these, that'll be those trades gone. All right, let's have a look at the daily charts. This is the high probability daily. This is the same as we looked at on the mod MACD, same pairs. Sorry, not the same pairs, completely different. It's my first video back. Forgive me. So they're slightly different pairs. So this is the Aussie Japanese yen. Took a buy this morning. The MAs are spreading to the downside. It's been in a sort of steady downtrend for a long time. Normally I wouldn't take this because you're trading against the trend without sort of any real divergence, especially after that flash crash. But the MACD platinum so far below the zero level, I've got plenty of wiggle room to work up. Remember, the MACD platinum will come back to the zero level eventually. You can look back here, just you can see it always does, moves around that zero level. And that will normally drag price up with it. So that's the Aussie Japanese yen, took a buy there. What else are we in? I'll just go through the ones I'm in trades. Pound Aussie, I took a sell this morning. Again, this flash crash had that big spike up. Sort of gave me a double top. There is sort of some bearish divergence there, but it's not convincing. I'm more like the double top sort of scenario. MAs are pretty tight and flat, so we're taking the sell there. You can see the MACD Platinum's rolled over nicely, heading down, so hopefully it'll drag it down. That's the plan. Whether that happens or not, price will always go where it wants to go. So, all right, 12-hour charts. So what have we got here? These bottom charts are the high probability. So you can see the pairs. I'm trading the same pairs on the 3 time frames. The ones here above are the mod MACD ones. The daily ones are on another platform. That's the only difference. So we'll look at the 12-hour Aussie Japanese yen. I'm in a buy here. Then I took a hedge sell. You can see my notes here. Took a second buy here for 0.3. Took a third buy in here. Had that flash crash, as we all know. So there's my overall break even, that yellow dotted line, which is at pretty close to at the moment. So hopefully I'd like to see it just pop up through there a bit, and I'll close all these trades out and take a small profit. When I've got multiple trades like this on, I'm not really after a big profit unless I get a really nice run. Generally, I'm just trying to get out with the least amount of damage. I've got myself basically in the poo by getting in so many trades, so I want to get out. That's all I'm trying to do. So we'll move up to the mod MACD on the 12-hour charts. Looking like this may be a new, oops, sorry about that. Just looking at this, possibly a new sell trade coming up. Let's just have a quick look. No. Oh well. I'm in a buy from down here. It's gone up by, I think I went in pretty big to try and recover a previous loss. I recovered that loss, no worries. Then I'll close out half after that. And now I've got to stop and place at this black dotted line. I thought this would be enough to get me through. Looks like I'll have to wait till the close of this candle, where I'll reverse that buy into a sell if this holds through, the fast MACD holds through this zero level here. So at the moment, still in a buy. What else we got? CAD Swiss in a buy here. Went up, popped up nicely, but now it's fallen back down to the entry level. Still all in buy mode, so we just have to sit and be a bit patient there and wait and see how it pans out. Euro New Zealand. This might be close to reversing to a sell also. No. Not through the... And right on cue, a motorbike vendor comes through as I'm doing my first video. So we're still in a buy. You can see my notes here. Took a buy back here somewhere. In here, it's gone up nicely. I've managed to take half off the table, put my stop below this spike from the flash crash, so locking in profit. It looks like if everything remains the same, in the next 12-hour candle, I'll be reversing this. Oh, I lied. That's the candle now. Sorry about that. My clock is 4 minutes fast. Well, should look at my computer one. So that's a new candle now, and that will be reversed. And that will be the same, I'd say, for the one I just rabbited on about. Yep, that's the pound Aussie. That will be reversed to a sell once I finish this video also. The buy will be closed and take a sell. So profitable trades there. Let's have a look, see if we've got any others. USD CAD in a sell up here. High risk one's gone nicely. The CAD's just Sorry, the USD's just fallen like a rocket at the moment, which is good. So it's a good trade. And AusCAD, I think this might be, oh no, we're in a sell back here. My loss recovery was that black dotted line at a previous loss. You probably can't read my notes there. I'll move it, tighten it up a bit. Previous loss of 466 pips. I had to make that up. Big entry, 0.5. Closed 0.4 on this dotted dash black line. And it's going against me already a little bit, but I'm down to a minimum size on the trade, so it's not too bad. All right, let's go across to the 6-hour charts. We'll go back to the high probability in a buy here. This is New Zealand USD. This morning I closed half of that and put a stop in place. The reason I closed half, price had got up to the MAs and it was bearish JAGfx RD. This JAGfx RD, you can find it in the files folder, custom indicators, MT4 custom indicators in the Facebook group. It's freely available to anyone that's a member of the Facebook group. So it's just the JAGfx RD. It just gives, it's more of a filter really. Let's have a look what else we've got going here. Aussie yen, 4 hour in a buy. It's a high probability. It's regular bullish divergence, even with the flash crash, there's still divergence. And we took a buy here. It's sort of gone up and stalled a little bit. I'll just keep an eye on the MACD Platinum. If it starts to roll over a little bit, I'll start look at closing out half, putting a stop in place, etc. But in the meantime, just sitting watching it. It's a quiet start to the day. See how it goes. Let's move up to the 6-hour Mod MACD trades. This is a pound Aussie in a sell here, going down nicely. Ideally, I'd like to see it hit that 240 LMA and I close out half. But I'll just keep an eye on things at the moment. Looks like she's slowing down a bit, but still profitable. Pound yen in a sell back here. Had to do a loss recovery on this, which was done. And now I've closed another half on my stops in place just above the entry level. So I can't lose on this trade, and it looks like it might be reversing to a buy anyway. Yeah. That will be a buy once I finish this video. So I'll be closing that sell and taking a buy. That's a pound Japanese yen. Not a great setup, but it's valid all the same. Just the fast MACD through the 0 level. The standard MACD is in buy mode. I've got a green QMP dot there. The only one I'm not meeting, the only criteria I'm not meeting, which I don't require, is a close above the 25 SMA. But there's enough criteria there for me to close the remaining sell and take a new buy. So it'll happen straight as once this video is finished. Euro NZ in a sell. Not exactly setting the world on fire, but still profit at the moment. And Aussie CAD in a sell back here. What am I doing over there? Sort of went sideways over the Christmas period and that. Remember, this is a 6-hour chart. And went down. My loss recovery level was that black dotted line, which I needed. Wasn't much. So that's 2/3 of my trade was closed out. Probably should have taken another half off the table then when I got that green dot on that QMP filter. I might have missed that a little bit, but looks like it might be reversing soon anyway. Possibly the next candle I might be out of that sell into a buy, possibly. Yeah, I probably should have taken some more profit off the table when it's just after that flash crash. The thing is, these flash crashes, they big moves, but then they tend to go back to where they came from pretty quick. Especially on when this one happened, very low volume between the end of the US and the start of the Asian session. All right, so that's about it for the charts, guys. I've been a bit all over the shop. I'll get back in the groove with these videos. Let's have a quick look at the week's news. We start off today, actually. This is the Forex Factory Economic Calendar, set to my local time, which is, why is it 9:47 a.m.? Jeez. Oh, that was a shocker. I'll change that time because it's actually 5:04 p.m. here in Vietnam. I don't know why that's showing there. So I'm going to have to check all these times. But let's just have a quick look. Probably the big one this week on Wednesday looks like it's out of Canada. The interest rate, we're expecting a rise from 1.75% up to 2%. So that could cause a bit of movement on any CAD pairs, Canadian pairs. And FOMC meeting minutes on Thursday, a couple of talking heads and just the usual sort of CPI and core CPI figures out on Friday out of the US. So a little bit of news this week, probably the Canadian interest rates with an expected rise might cause some grief there. All right, that's about it. Sorry about the quality of this video. It's probably not up to not that my usual standards that high, but it's normally better than this. Just got to get back in the rhythm sort of thing. Start the new year. I'll try and do one of these videos, a couple of times a week at least, just to show you what trades I've got. I'll post all the entries on the Facebook group with the screenshots, etc., and I'll call any trade modifications there. So anyone that's hasn't joined the Facebook group, just the JAGfx, you're more than welcome to join. It's just a private group, and I'll go through all these trades there. And to all the new members, anyone subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you very much. And to those new people that have subscribed to the Facebook group, thank you. And anyone that's bought any of my books, thanks very much. Much appreciated. You can always contact me via email or even in the Facebook group or I think Telegram. Happy to answer anyone's questions. And just make sure when you do go in the Facebook group that you read the top announcement post that's pinned, one from Christina, as it gives you some hints to where everything can be found in there before you ask your questions. You might find the answers. I've actually got FAQs and other stuff. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully I'll worked out all right, and I'll get this posted very shortly. Cheers.